All right, this is a review for quiz one. It's about area and Cavalari's principle and rotating a rectangular about the x or y axis. So this first one says examine the shape on the coordinate plane with the similarities and differences between the solid formed by rotating the rectangular grid about the x and y axis. So here's the original rectangle. If you rotate it about the x-axis, here's the x-axis. So if I rotate this about the x-axis, it creates a cylinder, excuse me, with radius 5 and height 3. And the other way about the y-axis. So here's the original rectangle right here, and about the y-axis, it causes this cylinder shape here, where the radius is 3 units here, and then the height is 5 units. Number 2 says, which of the following solids could be intersected by a plane to produce a square cross section? So here is a square cross section drawn with a rectangular prism. So that's the only one that would cause a square cross sectional shape. If this was a square pyramid, this one also would cause, you could get a square cross section, but it's a rectangular prism. So and then the next page, which of the following solids could be intersected by a plane to produce a rectangular cross section? So here's the ones that are drawn here. So this one, if I slice this, I made a cross section this way, it'd be you get a rectangle here. Same with the cylinder. If I sliced it vertically, you get a rectangle. The sphere, the only cross section I would get there would be a circle. And then for the rectangular prism, if I slice it parallel to the base, I get a rectangle. And then find the area of this irregular shape here. So I split it into two regular shapes. So I drew this line here to show that I separated these into two shapes. The top one is a rectangle, 7 by 5. And then the bottom one is a trapezoid, where one of the bases is 10, the other one is 7. And then this height would be 4 because this whole thing is 9. And then this piece is 5. So 9 minus 5, that makes this height here 4. So to find the area of the land that's fenced in, you find the area of this rectangle, 35. And then 1/2. Base 1 is 10, base 2 is 7, times the height 4. That's 34. Add those together, you get 69 square centimeters. And then I'll find the perimeter of the fence here, just adding 7 plus 9 plus 10 plus 5 plus 5, and you get 36 centimeters. And then find the area of this parallelogram. The base is 2.5, the height is 1.8. Just multiply those together, you get 4.5 square meters. And then the last page, 2 square prisms, each with the same height, are shown below. The length of base of prism A is represented by X, and the length of prism B is represented by Y. Which of the statements about prism A and B are true? Select all that apply. If X is less than Y, the area of the horizontal cross section of prism A is equal to the area of the horizontal cross section of B. That's false. those areas would be different. In fact, the area of B would be greater. So if X is less than Y, the area of the horizontal cross-section of prism A is less than the cross-section of B. That's true. If X is greater than Y, the area of cross-sectional A is greater than the horizontal cross-section of prism B. It's also true. If X equal Y, the volume of A is greater than the volume of B. Well, according to Cavalier's principles, the volumes would be the same. If X is greater than Y, the volume of prism is equal. No, the volume of prism A would be greater than if X is greater than Y by Cavalier's principle. And finally, if X is less than Y, the volume of prism A is less than B. That follows Cavalier's principle, so that's also true. So that's a short review of retake of quiz 1. I'll also post another review.